Hey everybody, it's Lynn from A Bit of Birdsong. I'm not going to do a lot of editing with this video. I'm sitting out in the workshop. It is Sunday afternoon. Thank you to those of you who joined me on the live video yesterday. Let's see, does that look safe? I had my first cup out here earlier this morning and I was almost to the bottom of the cup, so it wasn't a big deal. But I looked in the cup and there was a piece of ribbon in there. I don't even know how I got it in there because it was kind of a big piece. Probably just dropped it moving things around. But again, thank you for joining me yesterday for the live. I am still working in this very fun journal. I've just been sitting here adding color with the gelatos and with some of this new paint I got at the bag sale. I love this cadmium yellow, this Liquitex basic acrylic color. It's amazing. So I did add some color, and right now I'm going through just with a piece of this paper that I found when I was shopping. Let's see, this wasn't the bag sale. This was the day before I was out shopping, or maybe a couple of days before. And I wanted to just include these butterflies in the journal. And sometimes I like to come out here and just sit and create. I do a whole lot of thinking out here, and I don't know, sometimes it's easy to just turn the camera on and maybe share thoughts, and if anybody wants to tune in, they can. If they don't want to, they don't have to. Some people like videos like this, and then some people, which I like both. I like videos that are just kind of loose and relaxing, sometimes to play as background noise, and then another type of video that many people are looking for is something very specific and to the point. And that's also very important to have. If you're showing somebody how to do something, you know, they don't want to come to your channel and have to just search and then listen to 2 hours of content to learn how to, you know, make a pocket that takes 5 minutes. And that's okay too. People can do however they want to. I just feel like I'm gonna record right now. That's what I feel like. How about that? I've had so much going through my mind lately, and I always do. I think sometimes that I overthink things, and I don't know where that comes from. It could be from living in a really stressful situation for a long time where I constantly felt like I had to apologize for everything and worry about setting somebody off constantly. It could also just be my nature. It could also be from my mom. My mom is such a gentle soul, and she worries about everything. So I was raised seeing that type of thinking, you know, feeling responsible for things even when you're not, and that sort of thing. But I'm just doing something mindless right now. I've been putting away all that stuff that I bought yesterday. For anyone who wasn't on the live video, and I do apologize about the sound on that. When I play it back on my phone, I hear crackling. I don't know where that's coming from. I didn't hear that when I was recording. But for anybody who didn't see it, there was a bag sale at the Scrap Exchange, which is a local creative reuse center, and they have sometimes just more than they can process. So the bags were very large, like 3 feet tall, very sturdy plastic bags, and each bag was $5, and it was all things from craft supplies and paper and office supplies. So just the kinds of things that we love. And if you purchased 3 bags, you got 2 bags free. So I did end up getting 5 bags. I know that I will use everything, whether that means, you know, putting it inside at the art desk for my grandchildren, or including some of it in fun packs, or breaking it down and putting it in my stash to make journals. It's all going to go to use. And if I ended up buying something that I don't like or that I can't really use, I will donate it back, you know, or give it away or something. I really like the way this journal is turning out. It's just so much fun to work in something like this, where there are not any rules, no expectations. This is kind of a Franken journal, because it's a lot of pieces of different fun packs all put together just to clean the desk off and to also clean up my works in progress shelf, which has a lot on it. And I need to get back to some of the things on that shelf. I have a lot that I need to put in a couple of my personal journals that are on that shelf. We had to take care of another yellow jacket nest in the yard. I don't know if some of you remember, how long has it been? 2 years? Maybe 3 years? I'm not sure, when we had that yellow jacket nest in the log that I had standing on the border of the compost pile. I had just taken a semicircle of logs, and they make wonderful soil when they decompose. But there must be a lot of yellow jackets around here. We're not the only ones who, you know, has had to deal with them. And recently we cooked out. My daughter and son-in-law came over, and one of my sons, all three of the grandchildren, and between my daughter and my granddaughter, they got 8 stings. And this was a different yellow jacket nest. We took care of it. And I hate to kill anything in nature, but they're dangerous. They're very, very aggressive. They will fly after you and stick to you. They will chase you. And that's what happened to my daughter. She got the most stings. She got 7 stings. My granddaughter got 1, but for my granddaughter that was enough, because she ended up showing allergic reaction over the next couple of days. She ended up having to go to urgent care and get on like an antihistamine and an antibiotic, because hers seemed to be getting infected and had like redness traveling up her arm, which I'm not used to seeing that with a bee sting or a wasp or yellow jacket sting. But she definitely had that happen. And sometimes you just got to take care of things. There's a time and a place. So I'm glad it wasn't worse. And one of our neighbors close by, that same year that we had the large yellow jacket nest by the compost pile, he came across a nest in his yard and didn't realize he was allergic and got a lot of stings, and he went into anaphylactic shock. He had to be transported to the hospital. And what's interesting about that, his wife said that if she had left, she was planning to go shopping and take their son with her. If they had done that, there would not have been anybody home, and she doesn't think that he would have survived. He basically collapsed in the yard, and she was able to call EMS and, you know, take care of him until they got there. Very scary. Very scary. I need to get busy. I've got packages I need to put together to mail out. Still have a lot of cleaning out to do in here. Cleaning up and cleaning out. I've got some mail that I want to send out to different people. And the Patreon mail, a lot of it is ready to go out, but we had rain over the weekend to to the point where we lost power 3 different times. And I just didn't want to send out, oh yeah, that's supposed to be there. I didn't want to send out things in that, just that downpour. It's hard enough to get things to arrive safely when you send them out and everything is bright and beautiful at your house. You don't know what the mail is going to encounter on the way, but it was so bad here. So I've got more Patreon mail to send out, and I want to write out some things for the channel for October. I've got some listings I need to put into the Etsy shop. And tonight we're going to a little birthday, not a birthday, a going away gathering for some friends. It's so exciting. So one of our friends, and she's our age, she's got 3 daughters, and they're like my kids, you know, in their 20s, 30s, that range. And it's so exciting for her daughter. Her daughter and her daughter's boyfriend just bought a camper, and they're gonna live in it and travel for a while. They found some places they really love, and they wanna go try living in those places. They're both in the food business, so chefs, executive sous chefs, that kind of thing. And they're both they've got mad skills. So I know they'll be able to find work, and it's just interesting and exciting seeing that kind of thing. It makes me want to be young again. But I don't know that I would want to go through again everything I went through. I might make some different choices, but I wouldn't trade my children. Isn't it funny how that happens? And I wouldn't trade Jason. Jason's he's my soulmate. That's for sure. We're 2 peas in a pod. So I guess you can see what I'm doing here. I just wanted to use this up and put these in the journal. I also want to add more quotes. I want this journal to be just something to look at. Like an inspirational book, a coffee table book. It's so eclectic. And I just love that so much. Anyway, I have a lot to do today. I need to write out my schedule for the next week. Find out if Jason has gigs. I like to put his stuff on my calendar so I can keep up with it when he's teaching, and that's a big thing. You know, you have people coming in and out of your house, and you want to have things presentable. I need to learn that it's important to have things presentable for me, for myself. It's easy to let things get messy, and over the last month or so, I've been trying to just put everything away. Not that I don't always do that. I don't feel like our house is a huge mess. I think everybody probably knows what I mean, but maybe like, you know, sitting down on the couch at night with Jason and taking, like, maybe if my hair's been up and I've got pins in my hair and a rubber band or whatever, or maybe I take my earrings out and put them beside the couch on the table. And it's not that it's a big mess, it's just that they don't belong there. And I've tried to train myself better just to, you know, remember that they're there, and when I get up the next time, just go ahead and take them and put them away. Some people are natured that way. My mom's like that. She puts things away immediately, and I don't think I'm natured that way. I think I have a lot of that in me because of being raised by someone like that. But I have to work at it sometimes. I have so many ideas in my mind, and I'm just all over the place with ideas and projects that it's easy to just sit things down and forget about them. So I'm really rambling today. Let's see, I want to put that right to the edge since I had to cut a straight line there. That's some of the green paint that I got yesterday at the bag sale. Phthalo cyanine green. And then there's another one in here somewhere. I also got a red one. Can't remember what it's called. Oh look, there's the bright yellow. Isn't it just so pretty? Need to find something to stick right here. Let's see what I've still got in this fun pack over here. You know, I could make a little tag, or just let's fold this 3 ways. This is a really narrow little pocket. And I think I'm going to cut in the shape. See, it's going to make that little, almost like a screen, since I've already folded it. That should be okay like that. Could even stick that under the edge of that paper clip there that's holding that ticket down. Yeah, I want to also make more fabric bundles for the Etsy shop. That's what I should be working on. In fact, maybe I should pull some fabric up here and start cutting that too. I definitely need to. I have a lot of fabric out here and a new bag that I need to go through and get it cut up for the bundles. I like to do the bundles really close to a pound, and I'm sold out of those right now. That way it keeps shipping costs from being too high. I want for people to get good deals on things. I know I'm not doing a perfect job on these, but I think they're still doing what I want them to do. Uh-oh, I pulled off part of the antenna. Oh well. Sorry. My little grandson has learned that word, sorry. I don't think he doesn't even know why he's saying it. I don't think it has anything to do with me, like what I was talking about earlier. He's just learning all these different words, and he says things all the time. Like he pretends like he's on the telephone and he'll say, hey, what's up? What's up? And then he says, oh, sorry, texted you. Oh, sorry, texted you. I don't know what he means. And it's really sweet. I love that child so much. I love all my grandbabies. And my babies. So some of the things I got at the bag sale, I've already taken them back into the room that has the art desk that especially my granddaughter uses it. The boys can use it too, but I think she is the main one. She just loves it. I'm always buying little things to just stick in there, and then that way when she comes over, she has new stuff in her art desk. Well, I could do a better job on this. That's okay. Just glad it's not raining again today. It's rained and rained and rained. Definitely cooled things off though. It's a lot cooler outside. See what it's like, it's only 77 right now. Just a couple of weeks back it was in the 90s, and it's just so hot. It makes you not feel like doing anything. It feels so good to come out in the mornings and it's like in the 50s or 60s. I've been thinking about so many things, like when something happens that we can't control, or I thought I heard something outside, or I guess the way I should word it is, how much of our existence can we control? Like when you're involved with other people in every situation, even in the grocery store shopping, you can't control what somebody else is going to do. But in a more personal setting, like in the workplace or with family, sometimes things happen and you get blindsided, and then you go back and you think, well, I wish I had totally steered clear of that person. But it's hard to see that in the moment, or I wish I had just stayed clear of that conversation, or whatever. I'm rambling because I'm being purposefully vague. I've just been thinking about a lot of things. And like if you think you know somebody and then they show a side that you just completely lose confidence in them, and you still care about them, but you just realize that they are not who I thought they were. How can you see that ahead of time? I think that's why some people get to where they don't trust and just don't open up and have relationships. And that's another thing. Some people are confidential and some people are not. Like, you know, I've known people in the past, and my mother, thank goodness, she told me when I was really, really young, like in elementary school and middle school, if somebody's telling you all about everybody else, they will run and tell the same things about you. And that's so true. Anyway, I don't know, I'm just rambling. How do you predict, how do you know, like if you're talking to somebody and you really feel like you understand their personality and you know them, and then they do something that's hurtful or deceitful? I don't know. Oops. Don't know how that got there. It's a little piece of paper in there. Almost done with this. You can see I'm kind of tearing some of these now. I like the torn edges too, even if it's just partial. Maybe we can kind of put that where it needs to be. Oh, that's cute. We'll put it in the edge of the book, at the bottom of the page, where those straight lines are. There is a show, I found out today that I could watch it online, I think. I don't know how many parts are in it. It looks like a series with at least 3 different episodes. It's called Becoming Frida Kahlo. And I noticed the previews for it on my local, like the educational channel, PBS. But then, like I said, I was looking online for it and I found out that I could just watch it online, or at least that's what it looks like to me on the PBS website. So I definitely want to see that. Looks like it's going to be really good. But yeah, PBS, I think it's pbs.org. And you may be able to watch it online. I don't know, it looked really interesting. I'm gonna put the rest of these butterflies in, and I will take this, maybe write some more quotes, and I may just put this right into the Etsy shop. Love things like this. I can't believe a week from today is October 1st. Isn't that correct? What's today? 24th. Yeah, I think it is. And it'll be time for October Daily. I'm gonna do my best to do some journaling every day about Dolly, a Halloween journal. And I want to decorate the front porch and maybe in front of the workshop a little bit, which means I need to go get pumpkins and plants. Oh, so pretty. Not much left. You can see I just cut these out 3 different ways. Some of them I fussy cut, and some I'm just cutting really loosely around the edges so that we can keep the little names in. And then some, well, I didn't even cut. I just kind of tore around the edges. Doesn't have to be perfect. When I was at the scrap exchange yesterday, they told me one of my journals in the marketplace had sold, which made me really happy. I had taken several in and they all sold, so I just took another batch in. I know at least one of those has sold in the recent batch, but I don't know, something could sell today. I hope it will. The marketplace there is really cool. We have a lot of cool stuff. Here we go. I think that could be all the butterflies. Okay. I love this journal. I really do. All right, I think I'll stop. I really need to stop and go inside where the Sharpies are, add more quotes to this, and I may put it in the Etsy shop. This would just be a fun coffee table book. And I added my tag this morning. And you know, whoever, you could keep adding to this too. Definitely. I do like to put tacky glue under the edges of things that I feel like are gonna roll up, and it helps to prevent raveling. All right, I have a phone call. Bye for now.